I said before. They're here. There's no.
But when they go in there, a lot of these people are coming into y'all's movement to try to hijack it.
No,
and I got an issue with that.
I got an issue with that.
The Antifa members that like to slide on in there and try to push their narrative while trying to say that they're pushing y'all's narrative.
Okay.
That's directly conflicting with each other. And that's what a lot of people see, and that's why a lot of people have a hard time distinguishing between the Antifa.
Here's the thing. The reason I'm asking you is because I saw that you said who's ready to beat some Antifa, Austin, Texas. So I'm like, do you know the difference between Antifa and Black Lives Matter? Because Antifa is a whole nother thing from Black Lives Matter.
And my post was for Antifa, not Black Lives Matter.
No, I know. That was just making sure. I was just making sure.
I made sure that I made that very clear distinction that, no, who wants to go kick the shit out of Antifa? Because what I got a problem with is I got a problem with a bunch of fucking hoodlums running around damaging property, fucking victimizing people, giving everybody a bad name. Because here's the thing. When the media shines its ever-present glow on any of these protests, they don't focus on Black Lives Matter. No, they focus on what the fuck Antifa's doing.
But not just,
and then that gets rolled up into y'all's fucking organization. So now y'all have to fight that fucking narrative too.
But not just that either. The media, they change the narrative all the time.
I tell people all the time, unplug your TV, stop watching the fucking media, get out in your community and start interacting with people. My wife laughs her ass off because if I'm standing in a bank or standing in subway line and I'm standing there longer than a couple minutes and I'm bored off my ass, I will start a conversation with anybody around me. The reason being is I love people.
I want to say this before I feel like I'm wasting my time talking to you. Like, do you have anything to show who the hell you are?
What do you mean?
Like, you got any kind of residence and paperwork, badges?
We don't do paperwork for the 3%er. The 3%er, that's not a.
No, he just explained it.
Yeah, that's.
I heard who they are, but
that's not a paper organization. That's not a card-carrying organization. That's a mentality. That's a mentality.
But there's more.
I believe
y'all?
Oh yeah, there's a lot more of us, and the majority of us, we're constitutional. We don't care about your color. We don't care about your religion. The only religion most of us care about is Muslims, and the reason being is there is a faction of Islam that is a terrorist part of the organization. And unfortunately, it casts a bad shadow on the ones who aren't participating in that.
Do y'all have any black people in y'all's organization?
Oh, hell yeah. I've got 4 members in my group alone. The only difference is they all work offshore right now and they're not here.
They're in rigging.
Yeah, dude, I've got Filipino, I got Hawaiian, I got a Samoan, I got fucking Hungarian, I got a fucking Honduran. We don't look, like I said, most of us are veterans, so we don't look at race because we've served with every different race out there. We're brothers, we're sisters, and if you are fighting for the same goal, then you are my brother.
Look what I'm gonna do.
What you got?
Helpless.
Bro,
helpless.
I'm gonna give you my contact information. I'm not giving him my contact information, but I'll give y'all my contact information. Y'all got shit going on like that, man, reach out to me because I can get a hold of a lot of these different leaders and be like, hey, look, check this out.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
You know, I can bring some of our guys down here, the ones that are actually in this for the right reason. The people that are calling me, trying to get me to go meet up with them, they're afraid for me being over here because of the narrative that goes on over here. And that's why I'm telling them, I'm good.
But see,
leave it alone.
What do you see for yourself? Are we erratic? Are we a period?
The only firearm I have on me is right here. And how many times have you seen me reach up underneath my arm? I got a knife on my side. How many times have you seen me?
I didn't even see that actually. That's a really good.
I got an AR right up inside there. He's over here walking around with an AR.
How would you deal with people that are destroying property?
Well, you have a warning. Plain and simple. You have a warning. Get out of here. And we've done this many a times very successfully. I don't want to hear anybody say it can't be done. Because Scottsdale, Arizona, one of the members in my group that is here tonight was in Scottsdale, Arizona when George Floyd protests started kicking off. People went over to the mall to try to vandalize the mall. She caught wind of it by herself. She went out there and posted up on one side of the mall, and she ran everybody out of there. Never once had to fire a shot, never once had to point a rifle at anybody. They made it very clear, get out of here now. SWAT team is on the other side of the mall dealing with another group of people. They didn't even bother going over the back side because she had it contained. That's one female who's as tall as you are with an AR was able to repel over 27 people without firing a shot, without having to get hostile, without having to actually inflict any harm on somebody. Our first step is always to be diplomatic. We want to find that peaceful solution. We want to find that common
How
ground
willing are you
that
to
stops.
use lethal force?
If I have to use lethal force in defense of my own life, then yes. I'm not going to shoot somebody for throwing a brick through a window.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. There's no difference between me doing that and a cop abusing their
So
power.
you recognize your presence with a gun stops all that, right?
There's a reason why I open carry all the time. And people, oh, you know that you scare me, right? Well, I'm sorry that you're scared by it. I really am. That's not my intent. But you know who else is scared about it? The guy that walked into the store after us that had every intention of robbing this fucking gas station that we're in right now. But he saw that I had a gun, so he's less inclined to try to pull that shit right now. And I actually use that as an example. I've actually had to shoot 3 people in the civilian world, and it was all in gas station attempted robberies.
Well, I'm gonna say this for the record, and not people alive. If you're here to help, man, you're all the welcome. Don't come
We
here
ain't here to
trying to
harm.
take over. If you haven't been here since day one, there's no coming out here taking the fuck over.
No, man, we ain't here to take nothing over, because this ain't our fight like that. Our fight is to make sure that y'all have the right to be able to vocalize what your fucking concern is, your grievance, and feel protected and
So
safe.
then,
Because we can't guarantee the police
Let
are
me
going to
stop
keep
you
you
right
safe.
there. Then this is your fight. Then if that's what you wanted for, that's what we're fighting for.
This is my country.
That's what we're fighting for.
You're my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my sister, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother.
done.
Plain and simple.
How do you feel
I'm
about
gonna go out there with
defunding the police?
Mama.
Defunding the police,
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I don't agree with it. I believe that instead we need to reallocate funds to better educate. I'm sorry, there are some programs that police do not need to be involved in. Child custody disputes, police really shouldn't be involved in that. There is a valid reason for police, but there is a very good reason why their powers are restricted. And for some reason, over time here, people have forgotten that there are restrictions on that power. Defund the police, I don't agree with. I think we need to re-educate the police. I think we need. Don't take the money away, because here's what's going to happen: when you have less police on the street, what are you going to see an increase in?
That's ridiculous.
You're going to see an increase in
That's
crime.
ridiculous.
So when I've got to go out there and protect my neighborhood and my family, because I got a 15-year-old daughter, if I got to go and protect my daughter because the police won't do it, is this going to end in a more peaceful resolution or a more violent resolution? It's going to escalate. Because if I start popping off shots, what do you think the chances are my neighbors are going to come out doing the same?
Oh, yeah.
All
Somebody,
right.
I mean, it
Now we
depends
got the
where you're
Wild
at.
West. Is that beneficial to society? Hell no. It's not. It's detrimental. Is that going to bring anybody together? Shit, no.
It just bring the population low. High population probably.
I'm blinded by the light. Oh, gotcha. I thought you were hollering over here.
Oh, no, it's too bright. There we go.
But you know, it's very simple. Yeah, I will agree to an extent. This is our fight, because the fact of the matter is we're all in this together. Nobody gets out of life alive, so we might as well help each other out. And you know,
Yeah, it's always peace is the best, man.
I've seen more than my fair share of carnage. I've seen more than my fair share of war. I'm tired of watching man hurt man just for the simple reason that you can.
Yeah, man.
You know, I'm not into the holding hands and singing kumbaya.
Yeah,
I'm not
me
into
either.
a one
Yeah,
world government
I
or
agree on
religion
that,
or
but,
anything
I
else
mean-
like that. I'm not into open borders, but I am open to the fact that just treat somebody. You can grow more facial hair than me. Should I hate you because I'm follicularly challenged? But I could. I could. Are you from Austin?
I grew up in Germany.
Oh shit. Well, hell, you know what? That was the birthplace of the Nazis. I can't talk to you. See what I mean?
I've been called a German by people since I've been here just because I grew up in Germany. I'm a military brat. I grew up over there because.
Well, were you born here and grew up in Germany?
I was born in here. We
Then,
stationed
then you're
over there,
American.
then I came back. Yeah,
Nah,
exactly. I've been
you're not
American.
German. If you were born in Germany and raised here, then yeah, technically you're German.
Yeah, but people don't like to think about the details. People like to generalize. It's easier to maintain your hatred if you're generalizing.
Well, how
if you don't generalize, you have to go into specific details.
How
and then
easy
that
is it to
brings
tell a
truth
lie?
to the surface.
Yeah. How easy is it to tell a
It's
lie?
as simple as talking.
And how hard is it to tell the truth for most people?
It's pretty tricky, man.
But the lies sound a hell of a lot more believable at times because they sound more entertaining, right?
Yeah.
So people
They
go
can.
and they believe into these false narratives, like people believing that the 3%ers are racist. There are a couple racists that are in our ranks. We know this, and we actively seek them out. And when we find them, like I said, you don't see it on media. you're not going to hear about it covered in the news. The reason being is those people just disappear. We don't tolerate that shit. And I can't go against a group of people and say, well, you're being racist if I'm not willing to combat the racism that's in my own race. Trust me, the majority of the 3%ers, we do not support KKK. We do not support the Aryan Brotherhood. We do not support neo-Nazis. Matter of fact, we think they're all better off dead. We'd love to be able to be the ones that put them there.
Yeah, I'll be right back, man.
Go for it, brother.
So guys, we are going to